Hello, my name is Sam.
Hi, sir.
So we are creating a database for the medical center,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to show you a few models that I created. But first, I'm going to go through the requirements that we have.
Yeah.
So we have the contents page, and so for the introduction, the medical practice offers not only general medical services by doctors, but other services such as physiotherapy, podiatry, optometry, and so on. A patient might want to see a nurse for the purposes of blood pressure check, an electrocardiogram of their heart, immunization, or other similar general health screening services that can be provided by the nurse. The clinic has GPs, nurses, physiotherapists, podiatrists, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
The medical practice is open from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and practitioners work varying days of the week. For example, nurses only work on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
and the podiatrist only works on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the clinic on all working days is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we have the patient management. So the data that we'll be putting on this one will be the title, first name, middle name, last name, house unit number, street name, suburb, state, postcode. Home phone number, mobile phone number, Medicare number, date of birth, and gender.
Mm-hmm.
So how we're going to use this data is in the following ways: inserting new details for the patient, retrieving details of an existing patient, updating details of an existing patient, and patient's records are never to be deleted. And then we have the appointment management, which is going to have the title, first name, surname, and date of birth of the patient that is making the appointment, and the same goes for the practitioner that is taking the appointment. The date and start time of the appointment, and how this data can be used is by creating new appointments for patients with practitioners, retrieving the details of a practitioner's appointment, retrieving the details of all the appointments for a practitioner. And there are a few more. Retrieving details of all appointments for a practitioner on any particular date, cancelling a future appointment of a patient or a practitioner, updating an appointment date or time, deleting an appointment. So we have some appointment rules that I would like to go over as well. An appointment can only be made with a practitioner if they're available on the day of the desired appointment. Appointments are allocated in 15-minute increments. So every time it would be 15 minutes, and then if you wanted to have more, you would have to add another 15 minutes, another 15 minutes. When requested. Patients can make an appointment to see any of the practitioners, so there's no bias or anything. He or she can see any practitioner. A patient cannot book more than one appointment on the same date and start time. That is, patients must not be double booked, and the practitioners cannot take double booked patients. So the practitioner manager is again title, first name, middle name, last name, house unit number, street name, suburb, state, postcode, home phone number, mobile phone number, Medicare number, and AHPRA number, and date of birth, gender, practitioner type, and days of the week. So how will this data be used? Inserting the details of a new practitioner, retrieving the details of an existing practitioner, updating the details of an existing practitioner. Practitioner records are never to be deleted. However, a practitioner can be inactive if they're currently not working in a medical practice. So practitioner rules. Under the AHPRA number, you can have different types of practitioners, such as GPs, medical radiation practitioner, diagnostic radiographer, radiation therapist, nurse, registered nurse, enrolled nurse, midwife, occupational therapist, optometrist, osteopath, physiotherapist, physical therapist, podiatrist, and psychologist. So now we have the test request management. The data types is the types of pathology test, the date that the pathology test was ordered, the time the pathology test was ordered, the practitioner that ordered the pathology test, the patient for whom the test is created. A practitioner cannot request a test for a patient at the same date and the same time, so double booked again. So these are some of the test cases, and I'm just gonna have a go and see what this is how the data should be used. The creation of a new pathology test request, deletion of an existing pathology test request, a listing of all pathology test requests by a particular patient, a listing of all pathology tests requested by a particular practitioner, a listing of all pathology test requests. So these are the requirements, and now I'm going to go over the data types that I have created. So as you can see here, this is the document with the data types. So first we have the Crow's identity diagram. So we have here, we have the patient, which is linked to the appointment. This is one to many, so the patient can have one patient can have many appointments, and then the practitioner can also see the appointment again one to many, because one practitioner can see many appointments. If we go down here, the patient has access to the test records, which is one to many, and again the practitioner can request many test results, and the test results are linked to the appointment. And again, if we go down here, this is the practitioner. This practitioner is linked to availability, and the availability is a reference entity that references the patient with the days they work, which is the days they work will be in weekday names. So that's how they'll know which days they're working. So if we go down here, a relational data model. So patient, the patient ID is the primary key. A title, first name, middle name, last name, unit number, street name, suburb, state, postcode, gender, phone number, Medicare ID, existing conditions, date of birth, a test ID, which is a foreign key, a practitioner ID, which is a foreign key. And then we move on to the practitioner ID, which is a primary key, the practitioner type, title, first name, last name, availability, which is a foreign key, unit number, street name, suburb, state, postcode, date of birth, gender, phone number, Medicare ID, and APRA number. The patient ID is a foreign key again. That's going to link the patient. All the patients that the practitioner has. So the appointments table, we have appointment ID, which is the primary key, patient ID, which is a foreign key, and sickness/injury, practitioner ID, which is a foreign key, a date, time, and duration, and we have the pathology tests. So we have the test ID, which is the primary key, date order, which is the order of the date order of the pathology test that was requested. Date time was just replacing date with time. Score, test type, result explanation, patient ID, foreign key, practitioner ID, foreign key. And we have the availability, which is a reference table. So we have a weekday name ref, which will reference the weekday names, the days that they work, and then the practitioner reference code, which is going to link the practitioner with the days that they work. And again, we have the weekday names, which will have all of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of that kind of stuff. And next we have the data dictionary. Just let me get that opened here. So as you can see, we have the whole data relational model is just here. But we have also descriptions of content, what's going to be in there. And we also have the data type. So if we need to put a number, such as a medical number, we put as a digit, as an integer. But for other stuff, we would have like nvar char, which is you can have like, if you set like nvar char 10, you can have 6, 7, but you can't succeed 10. But if you have nchar 10, then you have to stay to 10 characters. Yeah. And then this is the format. So how will it look like So I just put a format there. And this is the range. So this is how much the range will be. Then if you have a Medicare number, there's going to be 11 numbers. So you're going to have 00000 to 999999999. And then required, and we say for most of it yes, and then this is the key. So if it's a primary key or a foreign key, that will be listed in there. And then this table is for which table is it referencing to if it is a foreign key. And so if we go back, we've done the data dictionary, and now we have the crow's nest ERD diagram. And so how this works, again, it's basically the data relational model, but just linked in a more a familiar database model. So I'm going to give you the sign up form.
Looks pretty thorough, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And implement. Yeah.
So how do you think it was?
It was good thorough, but implementation will tell us how it works. Yeah.
Can you sign up? Can I email you the sign up and you can sign up?
Yeah. I can sign up. So send me the.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thanks for your time.
No worries.